welcome to another episode of Gas-o-Loon, featuring the 1290 Super Adventure R that I've now owned for some 6-7 weeks. So a few things have already changed. I put on some bar risers. I think I got 25 millimeters. I tried with the even higher Nox swingable ones before, but that was too high for me. These ones are good. And I also installed the low foot pegs that I bought for the 701. They suit me perfectly, this bike. And apart from that, there is still no bash plate, and that has got to be mounted soon, because otherwise you can ruin the engine if you ride off-road. And this heavy OEM exhaust has to go too. I don't know what it weighs, but I can imagine it weighs quite a lot. And let me tell you one thing, it's weight is something that this bike has got enough of as it is. But you gotta use some force to do that. I can imagine this in a slippery condition with, if you're alone and you get stuck, it will be difficult. It's actually a few kilos heavier than the 1290 that I had before. Can't really feel it. They both feel very heavy when you're off-road, but also very stable, very nice and very fun to ride. There is a considerable difference with this bike and the 701 that I had before. I just ride this bike much more. I enjoy it much more. The engine, which has some sound to it, and the strength and the stability of the chassis, it just sort of, I just like that more. So what else? There have been some quality problems. This button is sort of crazy. Sometimes it works and I can start the bike, and sometimes I really have to try for quite a while before it starts. It's a button for the ignition. Apart from that, there was a imbalance, I hope, in the front rim. I put on a balancing weight, but it still has a slight vibration to it. Maybe it's not completely round. I need some adjustments to the spokes. I don't know, don't have to see. It's minor anyway, so I'll fix that when I have the time. And the brakes are strong and nice. I can feel some slight vibration in them too. I don't know whether it will go away. It's very slight. My friend who bought an identical bike, he had more problems. He had this one failed so far. He also owned it for 6 weeks and this failed. The rear brake failed, was exchanged on warranty. And he also has some issue with his front forks. They looked at it. There is some sort of clicking sensation and sound when it dives. And first we thought it's just a bearing that needs to be tightened, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Anyway, I hope he gets it exchanged soon, but it doesn't feel too good to have a fork that's acting strange. I'm starting to ride it off-road. The tires are still the OEM street tires, so that will have to change, of course. But since it's very dry right now, it works pretty okay with the normal tires too, as long as it's not too loose and slippery. You can go in many places where you wouldn't believe that it would be possible. Okay, another little shortcut with street tires. See how it goes. Can't really see through the grass here. I want to see if it's any stones or anything. I just would prefer not missing. Whoa, and I don't have a bash plate, so I'll take it a bit easy here. But it's very dry, so it's grippy. it's basically just as a 1190 feels, the same way. Suspension is totally up to, at least now when you don't drive too fast. But as I said, everything is easy now when it's so dry. Dry and hard surface. You could probably ride a Goldwing up there. Whoops. Whoa, street tires. Yes, there we go. But also on tracks and well, single tracks that are not too difficult, it really flows, and the suspension is better. I can tell that it's more progressive than it used to be, or than it was on the 1190.